How are you, Josh?
Good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Are you at home at the moment?
I'm at home. I'm in my basement.
Right before, jumping back on the road, which is
Yeah.
quite exciting. Just
Yeah. No,
right before the
we're
storm.
oh yeah, it's getting ready to get going here.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like the last 12 months have really been, you guys reuniting with so many friends, like from the scene that kind of emerged in the early 2000s. Um, and now like you're kind of doing it again. Like last year you did the when we were young.
Uh-huh.
Now you're jumping on the road with Yellow Card for the
Yeah.
Ocean Avenue stuff. You're coming to Australia.
Oh
How has it
yeah.
been kind of celebrating all of those like bands and like the scene that you were a massive part of forging?
It's it, it's awesome. It's surreal. Um I think when in the early 2000s when you're like in the middle of it, you don't realize really what's happening. You're just playing shows and hanging out and making records and whatever, and you don't really realize the impact you're having at the time. But you get some years behind you and life and everything, and you look back and you see all the bands that have are similar to our genre and have come after us, and you see the influences and you meet these people, and um you see all that stuff and how you've influenced them and influenced a scene or genre, whatever you want to call it. It's cool. It's weird. um we're just dudes from the Midwest in the United States, so we're not, it's just very like it's humbling. It's makes you feel all kinds of weird things. And it's cool to just be able to still be doing it and see um the love of this kind of music, and particularly like for us, for our band, that people still have for us, and then have continued to follow us on this 20-year journey we've been on so far. So it's been super rad, and even just beyond the fan aspect of it, being able to play with all these our friends that we've known for years and do shows together again. It's that's almost on par with playing for our fans is playing with our friends. Like it's just a hangout. It's just a giant hangout. There's no weird. We're old enough now to where there's no like weird, oh well, why is their song getting played and ours isn't getting played, and this is that.
Yeah.
We don't care. Nobody cares about that stuff anymore. So it's just a good hang sesh for us. Like this summer with Yellow Card, it's going to be
Yeah.
summer camp. Like, I mean, that's all it's going to be. It's just going to be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like, 20 years later, you're still here, you're still doing it. Like, it's so awesome. And, you will be having a milestone this year, Page Avenue turning 20. Uh, you just joined the band at that stage, I mean,
More or
it's
less,
obviously
yeah.
the
No,
first
yeah.
album, but like first album for the band, but like you just jumped on board. Was it like straight into writing for that album?
No, no. It's so I've known Ryan and Dan since I was 15.
Yeah, right.
So I mean, we've skateboarded together. Ryan was in another band of mine in high school, and um at one point in time they had this other band called Big Blue Monkey, and Dan was playing drums, and then in about the year 2000 or so they switched and got rid of the singer, and Dan wanted to sing, and I was pretty much really the only drummer in our area that they knew that wasn't doing anything. So they said, do you want to be in the band?" And then I would say maybe a year later we moved to California, and that's kind of when all that stuff started happening with Goldfinger and touring and Feldman. And I mean, it was a pretty quick turnaround as far as like me being in the band. I guess it was about a year or so, but I mean, I've known them since I was 15, so I was always there with them anyway. So
Yeah, yeah. There's no like getting to know each other process.
no, it was
Yeah.
pretty much just hanging out anyway.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh, that's good. You know, looking at that like 20 years, I know that you did the 10 years and counting as like a, double digit celebration. Are you planning on doing anything for the big tour?
We've talked about it. Initial stages right now, we're looking to do maybe like some kind of like, I don't know. Did you see the thing that Deftones did for White Pony,
Yes.
where we're
Yeah.
thinking about something like that, and getting some people to do remixes or different versions, whatever. We're throwing ideas around. So
So
we will
cool.
do something. We just don't know what yet.
Amazing. I guess you've got like bigger things to focus on at the moment.
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
stuff's it's coming up. So,
Yeah.
we got to get that going too. So,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, big year for you guys, especially with, you know, Tear Me to Pieces.
yeah,
I've had the absolute pleasure of listening to it in full. It's so good. Like,
thank you.
it's so good.
Thank you very much.
Obsessed. And the verdict so far, like, the general public has had half of the album
Uh-huh.
already in their hands. What's that reception been like?
I feel like it's been great. I mean, you'll always have somebody that says something negative, but try not to focus on that. But for the most part, I feel like anything that I've read, I've talked to people, I mean, everyone really, really likes the record. And yeah, you know, some people like some songs more than others, but whatever, it is what it is. But I think for the most part, it's been a really good reception, in my opinion.
And like within the band yourself, like how has the feeling been around this album?
Awesome. I mean, I feel like I've personally, and I think can speak for the rest of the band, that I feel like this is our best record. Um,
I agree.
people, thank you. People are always going to argue, Page Avenue, whatever. But I just think, lyrically, song wise, I mean, all of it to me, I think it's just a really good complete package of where our band is right now. And, or I think it's our best. And, you know, you're always, like I said, you're always going to have people. You're not as heavy as you used to be, and this, and this, and But we've all we've never been like a consistently heavy band. Like in the Wake of Determination and the Black Swan were heavy records, but there were still catchy choruses and those kind of pop elements that we've always had. It just wasn't as radio friendly, I guess, for lack of a better term. But I I just think this record is a good combination of everything that we've always done, but like a more modern version of it. And I don't know, I love it. So
Yeah, no, I tend to agree though. I think you've done a really great job balancing the entirety of like, story of the year amalgamating together on this
mhm.
one record. And it really does feel like a celebration of your career and like where you're at the moment. And there's some songs that kind of do nod back to like the early days, like 2005. Good
Yeah,
example of
yeah.
like that. But
Uh-huh.
um, you know, then you've got Afterglow, which
Yeah.
I listened to and I was like, oh my God, this is next level. Like it really feels like you guys back in the day, but like you guys now as well. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
It just it feels like
yeah,
home.
yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. It's a good modern version of a throwback. If I
Yeah.
don't, I mean, I don't know another way to explain it. What's your favorite track? Like your complete favorite one?
I I think from the record, I think Afterglow's been my favorite. It's the one that I keep going back
Okay.
to listen to
All
so
right.
far. Um, yeah, but I mean, obviously the titular track is a hard hitter as well.
Oh yeah.
Like
My my favorite. Sorry About Me. That's my favorite.
oh yeah, right. For what
Yeah.
reason?
I don't know. I've always liked songs in that time signature. I just for some reason it and I like the lyrically it's a great song. I don't know. I just that one just always makes me feel a certain way, and it's probably my favorite. I think my second favorite is actually Knives Out.
Oh yeah, that's a goodie. Yeah.
That's the thing. It's hard to like that. I'm biased. It's my record, but it's hard to pick because they're all good. Like I don't know how else to explain it. They're just all good, and it's. I was telling somebody else. I was like, it's 33 minutes long. It's short enough to where you go, oh, I'll probably go listen to that again real quick, and you can just keep
Yeah.
going back over it. I had to stop listening to it because I listened to it too much, and I think I burned myself out slightly.
Well, now you have to start playing it as well. So you
That's a
can't
bit.
get sick
That's
of the
one of.
songs too
Well,
soon.
that's like a big reason why I just kind of stopped. I was like, I gotta stop listening to this. I have to play these. So
There are some tracks on there where it's like very, I reckon, taxing on your body playing those drum beats.
Tear Me to Pieces, pretty.
Yeah. How are you gonna go playing these ones live? Are you just gonna like be in a ball of exhaustion afterwards?
I mean, usually that's how it goes anyway. I mean, uh, there. I mean, as a whole, this is probably one of the easier records for me. Like,
Yeah.
but I mean, I have more exhausting songs that we play from prior records, but yeah, I mean, it just, repetition and getting in shape and all that. And uh I'm always tired after a show anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, we did this tour with Hawthorne Heights last year, and I was sick the whole time.
Oh god.
The whole time. So like I would lay around all day, not do anything, have enough energy to play the show, shower, eat, go to bed. So
Oh god.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
awful.
it
Dosing up on
wasn't
the
a
hydrolyte.
yeah, it wasn't a cool first time back being on a tour for me.
No, well, this time, make sure that you're good to go and
Oh
healthy.
yeah. Oh, I'm going
All of
to
this
for sure.
upcoming stuff. Especially because NOTFEST, I
Yeah,
reckon you're gonna have to pull out all of the big guns for it.
that one's a little odd. um, I say odd, but not odd for Australia. I I feel like Australia has always been really good about not I don't want to say pigeonholing, but people in Australia, they don't generally just go, I only like heavy music. They're accepting of like all of it. So it works better. Like if we tried to play Knotfest here, it wouldn't go
Yeah.
over so well. I don't think we'd probably get stuff thrown at us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think for us, like, we can adjust our set a little bit and have some heavier ones in there and whatever. But I don't know that we need to do that either. Um, we can just be us. I think what you can kind of sometimes set us apart from a lot of other bands is our live show, and the energy that it has and stuff. So I'm not too worried about. I'm excited more than anything. I mean, I can I get to watch Megadeth. So
I know, it's pretty great. Like Dave Mustang.
yeah, but I was telling somebody who I just did an interview right before you. They said that um I was like, well, if I recall, because we haven't done one of these like bigger festivals there, like a traveling one, we'll probably play early and we have to fly out like at night. So I won't be able to see any of the later bands until like the last show.
Oh no.
Because you have to be there so early the next day and you fly everywhere. So it's like I think we'll play and then go to the airport. I mean, I don't know how it's going to work, but I feel like it's going to be like that. I've heard that from bands that played like what's that Big Day Out down there, a
Yeah,
couple
big
other
day out, the
things.
Soundwave ones as
Yeah,
well.
like if you play early, you have to like get to the next city and that whole thing. So Brisbane, I'll be able to watch everybody because we have our side show in Brisbane the following day after the Knotfest show. So
Oh, great. At least they've given you some time in between. That's,
yeah,
yeah. I think like it's really hard in Australia for touring bands because our cities aren't within driving distance to each other. Like you can't just
no,
hang around. There's not always flights to different places unless, yeah, you're leaving at like 6 a.m. It's
yeah,
just
we've done those.
absolutely ridiculous.
I
So,
feel like the last time we were there, I don't even think we had a day off. It was like we came in we played like 3 or 4 shows and then we left. There was
So
no
you
like,
don't actually get to see any of the
no, I mean,
cities.
we've been there. This will be like our 6th or 7th time coming there. So I've seen a lot, but at this time, I think we'll have a couple days here and there to just not do anything and go see. I think we have a day off in Melbourne. And then it's cool that the KNOTFEST show is in the same, the Brisbane one is the same as the next, our side show. So it's, you don't have to get up and go do anything right away and all that stuff. But yeah, we leave
Yeah.
Sydney and go straight to Thailand. So
Yeah, right. Okay,
yeah.
non-stop. This year
Yeah.
is going to be chockers for you guys.
Yes.
Mildly jealous. Like it sounds like a great lifestyle, but also like,
It can be very tiring.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, we're excited. We're very thankful that you guys are coming here. I will definitely be at both the KNOTFEST Melbourne and Stay Gold. So I'm
Sweet.
really, really excited to see you guys and see some of these new songs. Will the set list kind of be a bit
Well,
of like everything?
yeah, I think so. So we're getting ready to play here in St. Louis for our CD release show. There's currently 18 or 19 songs on the set. And 5 new ones. So, and I don't know what we'll do we'll probably keep it mostly the same when we come down there.
Yeah.
Because we won't have time to rehearse the other ones yet. But it'll be the headlining shows. Obviously, we'll have more songs that we're playing, but it'll be a good mix, I think.
Sounds amazing. I'm so looking forward to it. It's gonna
Me
be
too.
good. Well, thank you so much for the chat today. Really appreciate it. And like I said, we're so looking forward to having you back in Australia. And congratulations for the album release in a couple of weeks.
Thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Not a problem at all. Take care of yourself and we'll see you when you're here.
Yeah, for sure.